Alright, what's going on, you guys? Brian here with a quick recap of both AEW Dynamite and NXT episodes for tonight. I'm just going to run through everything. When I was watching them, I was kind of flipping back and forth, seeing everything that happened. So there might be some segments that I leave out as far as both shows, but just bear with me. So on Dynamite, Eddie Kingston defeated Lance Archer. Apparently there was some issues with as far as people streaming, or not streaming, but people watching this match. So Tony Khan issued a statement about it, and that they're going to be putting up the full match on their YouTube channel. But the part that the ending, Eddie Kingston defeated Lance Archer. Jon Moxley cut a promo talking about everything that's been going on recently. We heard from Sting and TNT champion Darby Allin cutting a promo about their upcoming street fight against Team Taz's Ricky Starks and the Machine Brian Cage coming up on March 7th at Revolution, that being Sunday, March 7th. So for the first time ever, an AEW pay-per-view will be taking place on a Sunday because they moved it from, I think it was February 27th to March 7th. Also in action, Chris Jericho and MJF, who won the right to be the Inner Circle's representation in the tag team division. They defeated the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. We heard from Pac, who cut a promo about Kenny Omega and next week's huge main event, a part of Beach Break, in which it will be Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, teaming up with the Good Brothers, the Impact World Tag Team Champions, Gallows and Anderson, to take on in a six-man tag Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Jon Moxley. That's going to be happening next week. We heard from Cody Rhodes, who responded to Shaquille O'Neal's comments from earlier in the day on their awards show, where basically Shaq called out Cody for a match in March. Cody responded by saying that he could have came out there and he could come out here and say March 7th at Revolution, Cody and Brandy, his wife, taking on Shaq and Jade Cargill. But he can't do that because Brandy's expecting. And then Arn Anderson brought out, after cutting a promo, brought out Red Velvet, who has been under the tutelage of Brandy for quite some time now. And she basically made it clear that she wants Jade for not only attacking her, but she's tired of Jade running down Brandy. So it looks like we might be getting a mixed tag match, Shaq and Jade taking on Cody and Red Velvet, and if that happens, we might see it at Revolution, their next big pay-per-view coming up on March 7th, if it in fact happens. So then we had a promo hyping up the wedding for next week between Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian. Of course, Miro, the best man, he's going to be there as well. I want to see this wedding because, once again, folks, this is a wrestling wedding, and everybody knows that anybody that has seen whenever they do a wrestling wedding, something always goes wrong. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Hangman Adam Page was in action. He took on Ryan Nemeth and defeated Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth, the brother of WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler. Afterwards, Matt Hardy offered his locker room to Hangman Adam Page to dress in, because apparently Hangman has been dressing by himself in the locker room, and nobody wants nobody wants to be around Hangman Adam Page, and Matt Hardy's like, you know what? Come and dress in my locker room. Come and, whenever you're at the building, just come and change in my locker room. No strings attached, nothing. Just, Then Jungle Boy defeated Dax Harwood via submission. Afterwards, FTR and Tully Blanchard beat down Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, because Cash Wheeler and Tully Blanchard during this match were handcuffed to Luchasaurus. Then afterwards, they got freed, and then they beat down Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and then handcuffed Luchasaurus to the ropes and were going to cut his hair, but then Marco Stunt and Top Flight made the save. Then we had a Team Taz promo talking about Sting and Darby Allin. They would then attack and beat up two people that were selling merchandise, and one got long guarded into the production truck or the equipment truck by Brian Cage, while the other one got slammed through a table, through the merchandise table by Ricky Starks. Then we had a MJF and Sammy Guevara backstage segment, continuing that storyline of Sammy not liking MJF and not trusting him. Then in the main event, it was the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers teaming up in an 8-man tag to take on the Dark Orders. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds. The Young Bucks and the Good Brothers picked up the win. Afterwards, the Young Bucks cut a promo talking about the next week's tag team battle royal, where the winning team would challenge the Young Bucks. However, the Bucks are going to be in that battle royal because they are, they are the current AEW World Tag Team Champions, and if they win that battle royal next week, then they get to choose which team they face at Revolution. And they kind of insinuated that if they win that battle royal, they're going to call out the Good Brothers, but then they too sweet, and that was pretty much it. Afterwards, Phoenix would come out and take out the Young Bucks. He would go after the Good Brothers. Then Moxley made the save, and Dynamite ended with Moxley delivering a paradigm shift to Kenny Omega, who tried to attack him. And that was it for Dynamite. Then we had on NXT, MSK, Wes Lee, and Nash Carter. They defeated Killian Dane and Drake Maverick to advance in the Dusty Classic. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, they advanced in the Women's Tag Team Classic, or Women's Dusty Classic, defeating Aaliyah and Jessie Kamea. Tyler Rust was victorious. Grizzled Young Veterans, they defeated Kushida and Leon Ruff to advance in the Dusty Classic. We saw a segment involving NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai, Toni Storm, and Mercedes Martinez. There was an Adam Cole and Roderick Strong interview talking about themselves having to face, Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa, who advanced in the Dusty Classic on 205 Live last week. That match will happen, I believe, next week, is from what they said. Bronson Reed defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott. And in the main event, Finn Balor, the NXT champion, and Kyle O'Reilly were victorious over Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. Afterwards, Pete Dunne would make an appearance. Him and Finn Balor would go at it. Then I think it was Oney Lorcan dragged Kyle O'Reilly out of the ring, and then it turned into a 3-on-1 on Balor. And then when Adam Cole and Roderick Strong were coming down to make the save, then Pete Dunne grabbed Balor's fingers and did the whole snap of Balor's fingers, and basically NXT went off the air with Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Finn Balor staring at Lorcan, Birch, and Pete Dunne, and then Balor left the ring, and that was pretty much ended NXT. So basically, a lot of things happened on both shows. I didn't really get into all of them because, like I said, I was flipping back and forth there, so there might have been parts that I missed. But overall, I thought both shows did a okay job this week. Looking forward to next week's episodes. So with that being said, if you guys watched tonight's episodes of either NXT or Dynamite or both, let me know what you guys thought of them in the comments below. This has been my NXT and AEW Dynamite recaps for tonight's episodes. As always, I am Brian, and I will see you next time.